Hey everyone, Hank Miller with the Hank Miller team, out doing an appraisal, and this is going to be an additional video to one I just shot. I don't know what order they'll be in, but we had major foundation cracks on this, but I'm outside now and I just want to review and look at a few things. Notice this small knee wall is failing. You can see how this has deflected. Step back. That's a concern. You also see moss growing on it. That tells me there's moisture here. There's also a creek deep in the backyard, but look at the driveway. And obviously the leaves are in the way, but you can see the moisture is encouraging moss growth here. And you can see how the concrete is discolored. You also see major issues with the concrete being broken. And that's mainly due to these trees. Further up on the driveway, it's also broken. This is the lot next door. It drops down. There's a creek back there. This is a wet site. And again, an easy way to determine what kind of backyard you have is to look at the vegetation. We don't see grass here. We see a lot of moss, and that's because of the moisture. And right here on this little knee wall, you can see it's already rotted through. Just the back of the house. I look at my gutters, they're clogged. I look at this abandoned structure here. You can see the moisture damage on that. All kinds of moisture damage here. So I know I have a wet site. As I come up on the deck, not maintained very well. This deck is a tear down. It's got to come off. Big hole right there. You can see the peeling paint. You can see how the windows are sweating. The gutters are clogged. You can see moss. There's moss up on the roof. All right, so this tells me this is a shady, wet lot. Very common right here, flashing problems. The thing that's uncommon is this hasn't been addressed, and inside there's a staining, but that's a concern. Not uncommon, not a hard fix, but just needs to be done properly. But you can see rot already. As we get a little closer, you can see that it's also down up under the fascia as well. So it's like a little cavity that needs to be replaced. Not a big deal. But lots of water damage out here. This deck is a tear down. I know I touched on the tree impact on the driveway and how it broke it, but look at these roots from that tree. Major root right here, right up under the compressor, and you can see the compressor is sitting in wet because you can see the mold growing on it and the moss growing on it. But look at this root, literally right up on your foundation. Now I would encourage you guys to look at the other video that I did on this house, which is from the inside. And I think you're going to be able to see, and I think I've figured out now what's causing that problem in the foundation. But when you have tree roots and whatnot up against your house, they're going to push. And you can look at that other video and you'll see the damage that they do. Nothing in here is permanent. This can all be corrected, and it's not difficult. This is not a very big house. It's a convenient small ranch. So the fix is easy. Just needs to be done. Water is not your friend, and at some point they had a good idea here with this drain pipe buried. I'm guessing it dumps out there somewhere, and you got gravity working for you, so that's a good thing. This downspout right here, that's not good that it empties right here because it keeps this area wet. The yard breaks toward the back, and this is a good call right here that they have the downspout. I would run it out and bury it, put a drain in, but the gutters are clogged. So that's all well and good, but you have to move that water down and away. Okay, back where we started on the driveway side, here's a gutter that comes down and dumps right here on the driveway. Not good because it can get, when that water spills, it can get up under here and start to erode the base of this slab. It's also continuing to keep the moisture and whatnot right here. You can see the threshold is rotted. And again, when we get in that other video, take a look at the inside and look at that foundation. Good theory here in burying it. Crappy execution. You have to connect it. So nothing in here is fatal, but it's just a house that needs to have the basics corrected. The takeaway here, Water is not your friend. Keep it down and away. This is a perfect site for that. There's a creek back there. So just let it go. Just flow it and let it get, just point it in the right direction and it'll take care of the rest. Any questions, let me know. Hank Miller with the Hank Miller team. Look at that. You got a tree growing up there. That guy